To most people, this may look like just a video of a plastic bag, but in reality, it is much more. It is proof that we have a big problem. This problem is called plastic pollution. So what is plastic pollution? Plastic pollution is basically when plastic is gathered in one area and has begun to negatively impact the environment, killing the wildlife around it, and in this case, destroying beaches. Plastic is dumped into the ocean every day, which means that it is not only impacting the ocean, but it washes up on the beaches as well. Current estimates show that at least 8 million tons of plastic are dumped in our oceans every year. How is that possible? The short answer is humans and simple plastics. That's right, people are the cause of plastic pollution. We have become a throwaway society that is obsessed with convenience. We will throw our trash away wherever it is convenient to us without even thinking about the consequences. We buy things like chips, plastic utensils, plastic straws, and plastic to-go cups, and we will just throw them away wherever we please. Because of this, we are en route to have more plastic in the ocean than fish by 2050. This is obviously very bad, and it is a fight that our beaches are not winning. Plastic pollution has a big effect on ocean wildlife. This sea turtle, which is swimming over a dead coral reef, normally preys on jellyfish. Unfortunately, there are two types of jellyfish in the ocean now, the real ones and plastic bags. The turtles, however, aren't aware of this deadly fact, and they end up eating plastic, which in many cases is the last thing they will ever do. This is a seabird that has been tangled in plastic and a fishing net. Even if the bird is successfully freed, it will most likely suffer from injuries. These are albatross, which are also a type of seabird. They live in an area that has been totally taken over by plastic. They consume so much plastic that it kills them, and when their stomachs are open, the plastic that killed them can be visible. Why is plastic so dangerous? Plastic is considered dangerous because it contains a chemical called PVC, which is toxic and very bad for the environment and people. It also does not biodegrade, which means even if a bird like the albatross consume it, the plastic is still left behind. We do not even know how to get rid of it. The ocean is in big trouble. In this documentary, we will journey to 3 different beaches in Sandwich, Cape Cod to witness this problem firsthand. Welcome to Sandwich, Cape Cod. It was founded in 1637, making it the oldest town in Cape Cod. This town is known for its beautiful beaches and the famous Cape Cod Canal. Our first stop is Town Neck Beach. The first thing that you see at the entrance of this beach is a row of recycling bins and trash cans along with a sign explaining the endangered species of birds at this beach. This automatically shows that the town does encourage beachgoers to not only throw their trash away but to recycle it as well. This is very important because it is a way to help prevent plastic pollution. There are also many signs explaining how important it is to stay off the dunes. This shows that they are also protecting the wildlife habitat around the beach. This is the beach at low tide. It is a beautiful beach, and as you can see, there is no plastic in sight. Normally, it is easier to see plastic at low tide because the beach is more exposed, but oddly enough, there was none in sight, even after hours of looking. This may be because it is currently May and it is not beach season yet, but it may also be because the beaches are simply clean. The next location is Hemisphere Beach. Again, the first thing that can be seen is recycling and trash bins. This beach, however, did have litter on the ground, but it was not plastic. It was a pile of cigarette butts. These are very harmful to the beach, and they are the largest source of beach pollution, but it is not what we are looking for. The beach seemed to be clean overall, but after looking closer at the sand dunes on the edge of the beach, it became apparent that there are tiny pieces of plastic hidden along the dunes. There are also many planks of wood left over from beach bonfires. This was shocking because I thought that the other beach was going to be dirtier. This last beach is called the Boardwalk Beach, also known as the River Beach. It is on the other side of the town neck beach. There's a lot of marsh here, and it is the more popular side for little kids. The sand dunes here contain a lot of microplastics and small plastic bottles. Microplastics are very small pieces of plastic that harm the environment. Microbeads are also a form of microplastic, and they are found in beauty products. Microplastics are hard to see because they are small, but when they are grouped together, they can become something big. The Great Pacific Garbage Patch is located between Hawaii and California, and from the sky it appears to be an island, but it is really just a big patch of floating microplastics. This is thankfully not the case here in Sandwich. This was the first beach that truly had plastic at it. This had me stumped because I thought that there was a very big plastic issue even in Cape Cod, Massachusetts. I was pleasantly surprised to see that there wasn't a lot of plastic, but it made me wonder what they were doing differently. Our final stop is the Cape Cod Canal. The Cape Cod Canal is a beautiful man-made canal stretching from Buzzards Bay to Sandwich. The Sandwich Marina is also located next to the canal. Plastic pollution affects the wildlife habitats here. That is why this Boy Scout troop spent their Saturday morning picking up trash. I stumbled across them while filming this documentary, and I decided to interview the leader of the group.
So can you just tell me your name?
Gene Santarelli,
Okay, and who are you here with? And what are you
Boy
doing?
Scouts from Braintree, Holbrook, Stoughton, and Whitman.
And what are you guys out here doing today?
We're helping the Corps of Engineers do a study on the trash. They're having the Scouts pick up trash in the rocks, on the ground, up against the water, and putting it in a bag. Then we're going to catalog it once we go back to the center.
And what are you guys like? Are you guys doing this to help the environment as well, or are you doing it just because?
To help the environment, because we're stewards of the environment, being Scouts, and they do outdoor service projects all the time. It's a beautiful place to do it.
And how do you think this helps like the kids and their mindsets about just like the environment and what's going on right now?
For someone to take a cup of coffee, throw it out the window after they're done with it, are they going to do that after they picked it up and realize what they did? And they hear how much it affects the ecosystem.
Yeah.
So it helps a great deal, actually. You'll see Scouts go over to a trash can quickly and throw things away versus just throw it on the ground.
Yeah.
And I watched Scouts and I was amazed to see it myself. As the kid went over to someone else's trash can, picked up the lid, threw his trash in, and kept on going. And not in uniform or anything else. I just happened to know the individual, and I was like, all right, that's good. We got something.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for doing this. Thank
Not
you.
a problem. You're welcome.
Involving and educating the next generation is one solution to this plastic problem. Groups like those Boy Scouts are why beaches can change from being covered in plastic to having no plastic on them at all. So why are the beaches in Sandwich so clean? One probable cause is the plastic bag ban that they enforce. Single-use plastic bags that measure 3 mils in thickness are prohibited. This is a great step in the right direction for a beach community like Sandwich Cape Cod. They are also on their way to banning single-use plastics for environmental reasons. This would be an amazing way to help save our oceans and beaches. So what do the residents of Sandwich think about keeping the ocean clean?
So how do you feel that the oceans are being treated nowadays? And
Well, my name is Ed. I work at the Sandwich Marina. I live on Cape Cod. And I think a lot of the things that have been going on in the ocean have been happening for years and years. The fish supply got depleted, and I think that it's coming back, and the shellfish, and a lot of the ecology seems to be very healthy. We're lucky where we are. The ocean is very clean, and there's an abundance of fish and shellfish. And I think that they're doing a good job of maintaining. They do it through pump outs. They help boats get rid of their waste, so they're not dumping it in the ocean anymore. And a lot of the commercial fishermen are very dedicated to keeping the ocean clean. I think a lot of the abuse that went on years ago isn't happening now. And I think that they've done a great job.
In conclusion, it is pretty evident that the plastic pollution issue is being handled very well in Sandwich Cape Cod.